I grew up in the ghetto streets of Brooklyn, where every inch of asphalt is cramped with hood boys and 9-year-old kids puff cigarettes inside the project stairways. My home was made in a place where mothers forget to give their daughters curfews, and the gravel on the pavement is always dirty with filthy and old needles and the occasional bullet casing. These streets of my childhood were home to memories of being robbed, beaten, cursed at by rows of gangster kids whose best insult was a hurled faggot and a snicker response. I could have retorted with the litany of insults, one's designed to endure, but it was pointless. These kids hadn't read enough to even begin to comprehend the 3-syllable words slipping from my lips. I think I started blogging because I noticed like everything was from a queer white perspective, queer adult white perspective. And I was just tired of that. I wanted to speak to teenagers and I wanted to speak to people of color. And so I kind of decided I was going to do that on my own. Hi, my name is Emmanuel Martinez. I'm 19 years old. I attend Hampshire College, where I'm a first-year student. And today I'm being interviewed about my blog and my work as a filmmaker and an advocate for the queer community. But I grew up in a single household in Brooklyn. I have older siblings, but I grew up with my 2 younger siblings and my older brother, who's about 4 years older than I am. And I attended Boys and Girls High School in Bedford-Stuyvesant Preparatory High School, where after coming out, I started getting harassed and bullied, and I ended up leaving high school and pursuing my GED.
Why am I so sad sometimes tripping? Why do I get mad and sometimes flip?
Some of the film pieces I've worked on, one in particular is called Christopher Street the Series, which is an independent television series about 4 gay young adults of color and their life and struggles in New York City.
I'm so proud of you. Compliments to you.
Another one is called Welcome to Rainbow's End, which is about a trio of gay youth living in New York City. And I also worked as a consultant for a documentary on homophobia last summer. My blog is entitled queerkidofcolor.com, and it's basically a blog for queer people of color throughout any age. It's kind of evolved though, because I've seen like it's taken off in all different races and all different sexual orientations, and both gay and straight people and white and black people and female and male people have just stepped into my blog, so it's kind of taken a life of its own. People would consider me an advocate for the queer community because I volunteer for numerous gay organizations. My film pieces, I've worked on a couple of film pieces, and they all revolve around my work as a social justice and civil rights advocate, and things that I've written for national publications always revolves around the social justice and civil rights themes. Okay, as a blogger, I see my blog expanding more so into a website. I want to bring in other people to write features and articles and do Q&As with other members of the community. I can see that happening in the near future. As a person, I just really want to get over it. I just really want to get out of college already. As far as filmmaking goes, I'm working on my first feature film on James Baldwin. Holler. And I'm also outlining another project I want to work on the Little Rock 9. So that's it. Was to listen to his dying cries as we fail to retort, as we deny our identity, as we bend to service what we do not wish to render. I am not ashamed for the times I have set my pride aside in order to live, because if we do not survive, our pride will die with us. The queers of Brooklyn may not be an arrogant lot, but we are here, living in this hostile place, making it day to day and eventually running into one of our own, giving help as we can and moving on in our daily path of survival. I am breaking out, making my way towards a career and a life beyond the street, but some are left to Brooklyn in this cruel reality. I can only imagine if those on the outside, the queers who have what they need and then some, if they can make a space or give a thought to the queers in the ghetto, perhaps something would change. Perhaps one day queer could mean something good.